Hello and welcome back to Tinker Talks Guns. Now, I've never gotten into pistol red dot optics for a very simple reason. They're expensive, and I have to have a gun cut for one, which makes it even more expensive. So I just never got into it, but I have shot a lot of guns with them, and I think in a lot of ways they are by and large a better mousetrap than iron sights. But when a company contacted me via email last week called Cyelee, I assume it's pronounced that way, it's spelled C-Y-E-L-E-E, I'm going to call it Cyelee, and asked me to evaluate their pistol optics. Okay, it's not the first time something like this has happened, but I was intrigued because they insisted on an objective review, and the words torture test were in the email, and I gotta say, I like their confidence. And they showed me their optics, and I said I would like to test the Bear, which is an enclosed emitter, fully sealed optic for $229. And here it is, the Cyelee Bear. I'm very interested in this because it's largely affordable, and increasingly manufacturers are providing stock RMR cuts on their guns. So this is interesting. And we're going to have a look at what they sent me, and then we'll talk about future tests. So here we have a box. It has a notice about properly mounting, and it says fully submersible and rainproof. Screw torque maximum 15 pound-inch. Inside the box is packaging, and it's well packaging, well protected. Everything was in plastic. And then included are two tools, a Torx wrench for mounting the optic, and a screwdriver, handily sized, for sighting it in. You get 3 different lengths of screw, and bless their heart, they give you 3 each, because they've met their customers. And then you have an RMR plate, which is mounted on the gun, and an MOS plate. And these are solid aluminum. There's nothing to fault in the workmanship or quality here, and the RMR plate fit quite snugly in the RMR cut on this LS17 slide. And the gun's a polymer 80. It was very easy to mount. Everything fits. Everything is nice and tight. The screws all come preloaded with blue Loctite, and mandatory cleaning cloth and instructions that came with it. The instructions are sparse, but comprehensive enough. They actually let you know what you need to know. So, all to the good. Now, as for the optic itself, it is solid block of aluminum, and optical clarity is good. The shake awake feature works, and I don't know if you can see the dot or not, but the dot comes up very quickly, and it shuts off after 4 minutes. The adjustment controls on the side work. The battery is loaded externally, so you don't have to remove the optic. And 10 different brightness levels, from far too bright to far too dim for lighting conditions, depending on what you want. It's what you would expect. And it looks good. I don't know what the finish is, but oh, and it is apparently, that's either a serial number or a phone number, and I don't think it's probably a phone number. It looks solid, quality, well made. We'll find out, because there will be testing. Oh yes, there will be testing. So, they provided the optic for free in exchange for a review. and insisted that the review must be objective, like I would do anything else. And they used the words torture test. Looking good so far. Everything appears to be as represented, and everything seems to work. Now, there will be testing. I'm going to be testing this on this 9mm, on a 45, and on a 10mm Glock with some smoking hot loads. And so we'll see. The focus is, does it keep working, and does it keep zero? And I'm not going to do the stupid shit. I'm not going to drop it on the Optic, because we know what happens when you drop an Optic, and it doesn't matter if it's a $60 Amazon special or a Holosun. You drop it on the Optic, mount it on the pistol, it dents the housing and spider webs the lens, and it keeps working. Mostly. So we're not going to do stuff where we already know the answer. However, we will be testing its ability to keep zero. Anyway, like I said, looking good so far. I like their attitude. I like their confidence. So far, I like the Optic. So the next step will be taking it to the range, getting it zeroed, and seeing what's what. Shout out to my supporters on Patreon. This all costs money, except this Optic. And your contributions help more than you know. If you'd like to join my supporters on Patreon, there's a link in the description below. Also, I'd like to thank channel benefactors like Rain City Tactical, Rain City Shooting Center also, and Pinto's Guns in Renton, Washington. I'd also like to thank the host of individuals whose names I do not have permission to use for contributions of ammunition, parts, tools, guns for me to show you. And so thank you all very much. I hope this finds you well. Stay safe, take care, and we'll talk to you again real soon.